What is up, y'all? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today I'm going to be going through 3 different ways where you can find leads online. I'm going to be going through how I've done this, some of the things that I've seen to do and not to do, and giving you a better idea of where to find leads and how to get it online. Okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. Your time is valuable and I want to make sure that I use it wisely. So first of all, I'm going to go through a definition of a lead and what I qualify as a lead. A lead is somebody who I believe has the potential to be a buyer for your product or service. Okay? This doesn't mean that right now they are ready to buy and they are handing you their credit card. But my definition is that you are in front of them, you are talking to them, and they have the potential at one point or another to buy your product or service. So many people that I've heard a lead defined as anybody who comments on your posts. And I understand the reasoning behind this. However, there are people who will comment on my posts who will never be they will never buy my product or service. And that is totally fine. I love being able to connect with them. But my grandma is not going to learn how to use social media for a business. My grandma doesn't have a business. My grandma has no need to be able to work with my business. And so for that reason, I don't qualify anybody who comments as a lead. I also want to note that the most important thing that I look at and that I focus on is to create relationships. Okay? If you're taking notes, and I hope that you are, I want you to write down the most important thing is to create relationships. And that's the way that I've built my business. That's the way that I've helped others build their business, because I really believe that it's that important. Because what we've also seen right now on social media is the rise of people just wanting to get the sale. You just want to get the sale. You just want to use other people to be able to build your business. And so if you can come in on the flip side of that and say no. I want to help you to succeed. I want to be able to help you to get closer to your goals. I want to be able to help you with whatever it is that you are looking for right now. Then you are completely flipping the script on what's going on. You are completely flipping the script on who it is that you're talking to, on what this relationship looks like. And you aren't just focused on the money, but you're focused on the other person. You have that emotional aspect of it that is really, in the long run, is going to be way more profitable than if you're just working on getting a quick sale. Because if your goal is just to get a quick sale, then just cold DM a bunch of people. Eventually, somebody's going to say yes. However, on Facebook, you can only have 5,000 friends. If you want to run ads, then eventually you're going to run out of money if nobody's buying, but you can keep just spending ads. Facebook will take all of the money that you give it. That's the interesting thing about Facebook ads. They will literally take all of the money that you put in front of them. But wouldn't it be better if you actually create a relationship first with people? Wouldn't it be better to be able to know what it is that they need, to be able to truly help them? Do people go about it that way? I don't know. That's what I believe, which is why I teach relationship first and giving away a ton of value to be able to share with other people. Okay? So knowing that is what I'm going to give you, these 3 ways to find a lead, is based on that picture and that definition in my mind. Okay? So going forward, where can you find a lead? They're just everywhere. How can you find them? You can find them face-to-face. Maybe you meet somebody in a coffee shop. Maybe you get to know somebody who is a mutual friend. Maybe it's at church. Maybe you're in a co-working space. Wherever it is, you meet somebody face-to-face. You can get a lead from email. Email is great once you have their emails. You can get it from organic social media. So this means I don't explicitly pay to put my stuff out on social media. So these are things like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Choice Social. All of these things are organic social media platforms. And then you can pay for people as well. So you can pay for ads on all of those platforms. You can pay to get in front of people. And then you can also do things like podcasts, You can go out and put things on, like, again, on YouTube. There's lots of different places that you can find leads. It's really just getting in front of people. Now, this training is going to be over social media because social media is my favorite way to find leads. And the reason why is because I think it's very easy. It's very easy to get in front of somebody else. It's very easy to go and talk to people and to be in front of them. You can go and you can add friends from all around the world. You can go in groups with people with similar interests. You can find mutual friends. The entire platform was built on connecting people. Every single social media platform. That's why it was built, was to connect people. So when you can use it for what it was actually intended to do, oh my gosh, it's huge. Literally huge. So that's why social media is my favorite way to find leads and be able to talk to people, is because you can get in front of the people who you want to talk to. You can be very specific. You can give value, and then you can talk to them. So the first way that I'm actually going to share and talk about is you going to somebody else and you putting yourself in front of them. The second one is allowing them to come to you. And the third one is, again, putting yourself in front of them. And this isn't one that I've actually talked about before. So make sure you stay till the end so you can be able to hear what it is. All right, y'all. So the first one is, I created this thing called the 5x5 formula. And I think that it's one of the easiest ways to be able to go out in front of other people, talk to them, and see what it is that they need. Okay? Because I heard from a lot of people of engagement, which is basically what the 5x5 formula is. It's like how to engage, how to keep it simple, know exactly what to do. If you're like, hey, I have an extra 20 minutes, I don't know what it is. It's like, oh, I already know the 5x5 formula. I got this. This is easy. Okay? Because that was a question that I got a ton, is like, Mary, how do I engage with people? What does this look like? And it's like, no, super simple. Don't even worry about it. So what is the 5x5 formula? It is 5 different things to do every day for at least 5 times. Now, when I first created the 5x5 formula, I created it for people who had very little time but still wanted to engage. So I was like, cool, these are 5 ways that you can be able to use your time wisely. Now, if you're like, hey, I have an hour, I have 2 hours every day to engage, do these 5 tasks, but just do them more, okay? So minimum is these 5 tasks 5 times each, but if you have more time, then just do them more, okay? So the first one is, what you're basically doing here is you're going out and you're talking to people. So the first one is DMing 5 people. And where do you find these 5 people? Go to your posts, and the people who have commented, go and send them a message. Talk to them. Build a best friend. So many times when people think about DMing, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be weird. I don't want to be spammy, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know how to. I'm like, do you have a best friend? Are you married? They're like, yeah. I'm like, how did you get to know them? They're like, well, I asked them questions. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. About what? And then we say, what they've been up to, what they do for fun, the things that they like, what they do for work, how they got into it. I'm like, okay. Do you think that you could do that online? They're like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So what if you did that online and you just got to know people? What if you gave them a compliment? Giving people a compliment is one of the best ways to be able to get to know somebody. Just give them a compliment. Okay, so DM 5 people. That's the first one. The second one is to add 5 friends. Go to your suggested friends on Facebook, go on Instagram, whatever platform you're in, and add 5 people who fit your ideal client. Really easy. The next one is go and comment in 5 groups. Go to 5 different groups and leave comments. This is great, especially if you already know what groups that you're in every single day. Make it really easy. Just go and comment in 5 groups. Leave a valuable comment. Talk to people. Be like, hey, this is awesome. Ask them a question. Comment in 5 groups. Next one is leave 5 story responses. Go to 5 people's stories and ask them a question. Congratulate them. Again, remember, you're building a best friend, giving people value. So go to 5 people's stories. And the next one is go to 5 groups. It can be the 5 groups that you left comments in, and actually post something in those groups. I like to start with valuable-based content. You can ask a question, you can leave value-based content, you can share a win. But it could be the post that you used last week on your personal profile. But go in 5 people's groups, and then once the people comment, go and respond to their comments and keep talking to them. What this does is it puts you in front of other people, and then if somebody's like, hey, like I need help with losing 5 pounds, and you happen to be a fitness coach, you know, maybe your value post was about losing weight. Somebody comments, they're like, I really need help losing 5 pounds. And be like, cool. And then you can send them a message, get to know, and be like, hey, saw you commented, looking to lose 5 pounds. Like, what you looking for? What have you tried before? What hasn't worked? A lot of times I'll try and put humor in it too. I'm like, you know, what's going on? I'll normally send a voice memo because I can connect with them really easily. But y'all, don't overthink this. This gets to be simple. Okay, so that was number 1, is I go out to other people and I put myself in positions to be able to be in front of other people. The second one is giving insane value. There's this guy named Gary Vee. You've probably heard of him, maybe not. He's huge in the marketing world, and he's done a couple different things with like a wine library. He's done a lot of business and marketing consulting. He has done, he just recently created a NFT project. He's awesome, and he has millions and millions of followers. I just looked up his net worth, and I think his net worth is like over 200 million, which is awesome. And one of the things that he does is he gives a ton of value. A ton of value. Now, I have never bought anything from Gary Vee. I have never been in any of his conferences. I haven't bought any of his books, but I follow him on social media. And he gives away a ton of value. Yet so many people who I talk to are afraid of giving away value because they're like, what if I give away too much? But you see, even though I haven't bought anything of Gary Vee's, I would. If there was something that was in line with a current problem that I'm facing, because of the value that Gary Vee has given me, I would be like, yeah, cool. If it was Gary Vee versus somebody else who I haven't gotten value from, I would go with Gary Vee. He has this book called Jab, Jab, Right Hook. And sometimes with books, I feel like you learn everything that you need to know just from like the cover. And in Jab, Jab, Right Hook, it's essentially like giving. Like you give a ton, then you do a right hook of making the offer. And so being able to give a ton of value. So how do you do that? You do things like 3 or 5 day challenges are great ways to give value. They are amazing, amazing ways to be able to show up in front of other people and give crazy amounts of value. Having a lead group where you can go and give value for specific peoples. Having a lead magnet. If you're watching this video right now, it's probably because it was a lead magnet where I was like, hey, you want to learn how to get 3 ways to get new leads online? Here you go. Giving away a ton of value on your social media, doing reels, doing posts, going and giving value. So you being able to show up in front of other people, give value, and love on them is huge because people want to buy from somebody else who's given them value. So write down right now, what is one way that you can give value for other people? And how you know what is valuable for them? The first thing is you test. The second thing is go and do research on the problems that your ideal client has, and then essentially just solve their problems. If you can solve somebody's problem, then they are much, much more likely to want to work with you and to be like, okay, I'm in. I need this person's help. Okay? So give away a ton of value. And then when you do make the offer, whether it's you're going through a launch period or maybe you just make the offer once a week, then people are going to be like, oh yeah, like they've already helped me solve my problem. I already know that what they have is legit. So of course I'm going to work for them. Okay? So that's number 2. Number 3, which I actually don't talk about ever, is working for free. You see, there are some people who you have your product or service, especially service providers, but you don't yet have testimonials of what it is that you do. So if you can work for free for somebody in order to get a testimonial, then this is one of the best ways to not only get stories that you can share with other people, but also if you do a really good job, then that person is going to want to work with you moving forward. So make sure you set clear guidelines of what you will and what you won't do. And then tell people that this is something that you offer moving forward and if they would like to continue. So talk to people, ask them questions, see what it is that they want, and be able to move forward with them so that you can get more clients. Now, this could be even something as simple as sending them a message, making it very clear, using their name, saying that you are looking to do, maybe it's 4 sessions, maybe it's giving away a sample pack, whatever it is, in exchange for a testimonial, and then say, hey, if you like my work, if you think that it's beneficial for you, then we can talk about moving forward after. But no, this is no strings attached. This is just, if you just want the gift, would love a testimonial exchange, and then that's it. But by being able to do this, you can share your value up front, and then it will allow you to get more clients under your belt, to be able to get the experience, and these can turn into paid coaching clients or paid clients. Okay? So especially if you're starting out, if you don't have this, this is a great way to be able to move forward. But y'all, the three most important things are: 1, creating a relationship, which you can do that through DMs and comments. The second thing is giving value. So show people what it is that you offer. Show people how you can help them. And the third thing is making the offer. So many times when I will talk to people, they're like, yeah, nobody really wants what I have. It's like, yeah, because you didn't make the offer well, or you didn't make the offer at all. So being able to show people what it is that you help them do and then allow them to move forward. Okay? With that, I'm literally going to show you how I do this by actually doing it. So 1, create a relationship with you. If you are watching this, majority of you watching this, we have some form of relationship. Okay? So we've created a relationship either through DMs, through comments, whatever. We have some form of a relationship. 2, if you got this link directly, it's because I asked you if you wanted to learn 3 ways to get leads online. So I gave you some sort of value, okay? It's like a 20-minute video, being able to share it with you. 3, making the offer. If you want to continue to learn how to do this, you want the 5x5 formula broken down, you want to learn how do you actually create valuable content, you want to learn how to batch create content, how to talk to people, how to DM, you want that continued help, and you want one-on-one help through weekly trainings on Social Media by Design. This is literally the program that I created when I was doing my Done For You agency, where I was working with 7- and 8-figure companies and helping them market their product or service online. Created a course with it, and I'm actually redoing the course with updated information. Because I'm not just going to give you some information that was good 2 years ago, I'm going to update it for you. Continually updating, continually creating new information. So if you want to join Social Media by Design, if you want to learn the information, I've actually made it even easier for you to be able to jump in. Before, it was $197 for you to jump in, be in the course. Now, I've actually made it even lower for those of you who $197 isn't an option right now. So you can either do $197 or you can do $27 a month. Okay? If you choose to still do $197, you get 4.7 months for free. Or you can choose to jump into the course for $27 a month. You're getting new information each and every week through the Facebook group, getting live coaching, and I'm literally showing you how to create content. And I'm giving you posts that you can create if you jump on the live videos. Okay? So if you want the links, they are down below. You can be able to grab them, jump in Social Media by Design. You'll get immediate access to the trainings. You can join the Facebook group. You'll get daily texts. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention that part. And you'll be able to join. And y'all, even if you're like, no, Social Media by Design isn't for me right now, then cool. Implement these tactics. Go and talk to people, create relationships, give value, and make the offer. All right? As always, I'm cheering you on. I would love to hear what you do and how it goes for you. Until next time, I'll see you later.